You know what's the most sexiest thing on the planet? Having high emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is like the most sexiest thing you can have, and it never goes out of fashion. You can wear it all day, every day for the rest of your life, and everyone will gravitate towards you and love you. Do you want to be one of those people who are just laid back and unbothered? You don't want to get into fights, you're just sitting cute, and you know who you are, and you know how to act? You want to start to have more fruitful relationships and just have everyone just flocking to you. Having high emotional intelligence is going to get you there, because we're not letting nobody take us out of our element, period. Hi, my name is Kian, and today we're talking about emotional intelligence, or for short, EI. So give me one moment. Let me look up the definition exactly of what emotional intelligence is for you guys if you don't know. So I'm on Very Well Mind, and what it says on there is emotional intelligence, EI, refers to the ability to perceive, control, and evaluate emotions. Some researchers suggest that emotional intelligence can be learned and strengthened, while others claim it's an inborn characteristic. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the 5 characteristics of a sexy being that has these 5 sexy characteristics. So I believe if you have 3, not even 3, 2 or more of these characteristics, you're a baddie and you're on your way to being the baddest of them all. Number 1, those with high EI have sexy self-awareness. They are very, very self-aware. They don't let their emotions get the best of them. They don't just let things just sit untamed. They don't just have something bother them and they don't confront it in their mind first. You know your emotions and you know your triggers and you know when you need to step out to get some air. You guys, I'm a Taurus. So I feel like one thing, especially with Cancers and Tauruses, I feel like one thing that we do and that I had to break the cycle of is blowing up. When we feel some type of way and refuse to kind of reach out for help or refuse to kind of tell others what's on our mind, we just keep it inside until one day it's like the straw that broke the camel's back and you're blowing up on somebody. They're like, wow, where did this come from? The last time I had a really big blow up, like I knew it was coming. It was like my blood was boiling and it was simmering up to my head, and I told myself, and I was like, Kian, you need to go take a walk or else you're gonna fucking flip out right here. So I didn't listen to myself, of course, and I did end up flipping out. But that was the last time when I told myself, hey, like, you cannot let these things happen. We're getting older. It's not cute. Cut it. I feel really bad for Olive Garden. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to those who were a part of it. Those with sexy self-awareness knows their triggers and they know when to get out of their situations. And don't be one of those people who can't confront your emotions or try to just brush it off, because we're human at the end of the day. Self-awareness also know their strengths and their weaknesses, and they know what they need to change, to shift their lives in a better situation. They're not afraid to admit, hey, you know what? I'm not really good at that. I'm gonna work on that. Or, hey, I'm really good at this. Let me strengthen that up. For example, I know that my strength, like, I believe I'm very brave, if that's even a strength. I'm not afraid to like kind of jump into something new or like be really bad at something before I become really good at something. I think I just like to try new things, and I think that kind of makes me like a broader human. So I know that trying something new was my strength, but I knew my weaknesses was I would really get into it and then I'll do a whole bunch of research and then like I'll have like tunnel vision and like hyper fixate on something and then trash it. I feel like that's what people with ADHD have. I don't think I have ADHD. I never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I might have. But I don't know. That's what I did a whole bunch. So yeah, 1, be self-aware. Moving on to number 2. Those with high EI have sexy self-regulation. This kind of goes hand in hand with like self-awareness. Once you are aware of something that you need to do, you start to regulate it. This stops you from regulating your emotions stops you from going out of control and blowing up. Like, how can you regulate yourself? How can you bring yourself from a heated moment to a calm moment? What are those resources? What does that look like? A lot of this also means that you don't have anger issues, steamy bouts of jealousy, and episodes of impulsivity. These kind of people also take time to make their decisions, hence not being impulsive, and they don't really care. They don't really take too much of the opinion of others. They take things with a grain of salt. They take their time with things, and they make sure they're regulating throughout the day. Going back to what I said earlier, I'm the type of person who likes to jump into new things, but I learned that a lot of successful people, they plan their plot. Like, they plan what they're gonna do and they stick to it, and they're very determined, and they're very self-aware and self-regulating, so until they get the job done. So yes, learn how to regulate yourself and get yourself to that main goal, because successful people are self-regulated and motivated. That will move us to our next one. Those with high EI also have sexy magnetic motivation. You like how I came up with that? I came up with that myself. People with high EI are extremely motivated. They don't fall for the get-rich-quick schemes. They're, like I said before, they plot their plan and execute it in the ways needed to. They don't like to cut corners, you're very disciplined, they stay really productive and keep a super productive schedule. These kind of people are not afraid of a challenge because, like I said before, they know their strengths and their weaknesses, so they can combat anything that comes into their life because they know what they're capable of. And because they have a good schedule and they plot their plan, they can execute things very, very well. And as far as schedules, I know for me, like, I need a schedule to kind of get throughout the day, like to stop my mind from being cluttered, because I know once my mind gets cluttered, I kind of tend to forget things and move around a lot and just not really get things done. Especially if you don't have a schedule and like times to start and end your day, you see yourself scrolling on Instagram a lot or any type of social media outlet, and you're kind of just wasting more time than you are being productive. So I just feel like having a schedule and just kind of knowing yourself again will get you to be one of the best people on earth. It makes you a highly efficient and highly effective person, and that's sexy. Next, I feel like one of the most important elements of EI is having erotic empathy. Yes, I made that up. The baddest of the baddest of the baddest have empathy though. We don't sit here and talk mess about people. That's a little ratchet. We've all been around those types who love to make fun of others, who don't really understand what others are going through or don't really feel the pain of others. It's just all about me, 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 me. And just FYI, we all are human, and we do to some extent pass judgment to others. It's like a natural occurrence. But to know when you're doing it too much and it's no longer helpful, because we do need to judge our surroundings and our environments for safety issues. Like, hey, that person doesn't look safe. They're coming close to me with a knife. That's a good judgment. You should run. But when it comes to something that's no longer helpful for anybody and it hurts other people and it's nothing that's really needed or nice, we can get that out of here. Those with high EI lets people's actions speak for themselves. The way people treat you, the energy that you get from other people, and that's how you can react off of that. You aren't quick to assume stereotypes of a complete stranger because we don't know them yet. And we don't know what they've been through. Those with high EI understands the wants of others and are good listeners, making them good friends and good partners. Those with high EI understand others' viewpoints and hold some sort of empath energy, which makes them good friends and romantic partners. We can really read the room though. I feel like for me, sometimes, not for everybody, especially for people that I really like or kind of admire, I can always tell when they're having a good day. I can tell when they're talking about something that really excites them. I pick up on their cues and I can tell whether they're having a good or a bad day, maybe by the way they dress or the way they look or how their hair's set up. It's just like little things like that makes you like a good person. Oh, what's up, Nandi? You wanna go outside? Come on. The dog needed to poo. But yeah, like I was saying, like, have you ever been in an environment where you can just tell when someone's upset about something and the person across from them just continues to ignore it and just talk about themselves and make everything about themselves? Yeah, that's when the empaths creep from the shadows, rub your back and tell you it's gonna be okay. And lastly, those with high IE have sexy social skills. I love it. People with good social skills make great partners and friends. Period. Those who know how to communicate make the world go around. They're good in the work environment. They're good in any kind of environment. People with good social skills and high EI make good team leaders because they listen to what their team needs and they can take things out and kind of put things together to make the team more effective and get things done. The social skills kind of pairs up with how you kind of feel inside. So a person who's going through a lot, if you have high EI and if you're going through a lot, you're going to be able to tell that person what's wrong, why it's wrong, why you feel this way, where it came from, and the things that you need to feel better. So if you need space, if you need more cuddles, if you need to hang out with your friends more, if your friend hasn't been communicating with you, you tell them how it makes you feel, and it kind of makes the relationship easier, any kind of relationship. And I feel like in this day and age, we really lack the common listening and social skills. It's just we're so in our own minds, and it's just really hard for us to branch out and see, the problems and hurt of other people because we think that our problems are the worst. But when you finally take the time out to look and see what other people are going through and try to be empathetic with them, you find out that you feel really good about yourself over time. Like, hey, I helped somebody out. That really feels good. And when you become that person who has high EI and has good social skills and is very productive and knows how they feel and knows how to self-regulate, you become a person that people gravitate to more. And that's what makes you sexy. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you really enjoyed the video. I'm new to YouTube, so if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting videos every week, and I want to see you guys here. Bye!